Yo, welcome back. This is another episode of You Like My Podcast. This is your boy Sterlo, aka You Like My Photos on Instagram. I'm here with my co-host Few Do It Better.
That's me.
Yeah, and we got a special guest here, man. We got
Very special.
oh my god.
Barely special.
Continue the intro. I'm sorry.
We have unfortunately my friend Brandon Sean here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a editor. He's worked on some movie
Wait,
projects,
let him tell
but-
what he do.
Am I supposed to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all probably confused because you heard Brandon Sean. My actual name is Brandon LaSure, which I'm using now. But my Instagram is Sean the Lewis, which is my middle name flip because I didn't want people to know who I was, just in case I do something stupid.
Okay, well tell him what the fuck you do then.
Oh.
Jeez.
Entrepreneur. I have a production company right now. My main focus and my goal, editorial. I'm working on some some feature films. So editing's the game for me. That's where I'm gonna be at.
Yeah.
How long have you been editing?
I mean, better question is how long I've been in film, which is probably over 12 plus years
What-
since 2008, like high school.
When did you realize you were good?
2008, dog.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
2008.
So when you jumped in the game, you knew you were good.
Let me tell you when I knew I was, not that I was good, but I had to be good. So I feel like this is in my way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, block him off. So,
That's your camera, by the way.
In the middle.
oh. So I didn't realize that I was good. I realized I had to be good because we had film classes in high school.
Okay.
So first thing was I wanted to direct and write. I had all these ideas, right?
Mhm.
And then I found out nobody can film. So then I had to, I'm sure we all are like this with freelancing. So then you pick up a camera and you try to learn how to film and do all that stuff, right?
Mhm.
And then it's like, oh crap, nobody can edit this. So now I'm over here stuck editing. And then it's like lighting, all the stuff. So you become a massive all trade. So it's not really
True.
when did I realize I was good. It's when I realized that it's so hard to find someone good
Mm-hmm.
that you need to figure out how to do it yourself.
Okay.
You know, and then after doing all of that, I decided that if I literally had a dream team and only had to focus on one thing, it would be editorial.
Okay.
So,
And it's worked out for you, man. You've had some big projects you got to work on.
yeah, a little bit.
What's the biggest project you worked on?
I'll be honest. So the recent film that I just worked on, which is Blue Beetle, it's a DC movie. That's technically the first movie I consider I worked on. Prior to this being actually in editorial, I was I set up for the editorials for the last 5 years. So I've worked on like 50 plus movies where I'm setting up pretty much like they edit the movies while they're filming. So during that time, I'm the guy when they come to Atlanta, I set up all their gear, I set up all their equipment, everything, and then when there's a problem, I show up. So after those first 2 weeks of them figuring stuff out, if I'm showing up, it's a problem. Like I'm the guy that fixes it. So Godzilla versus Kong, I was in Hawaii for like 3 months.
You did Godzilla versus Kong. That's hard. You was in Hawaii. That's hard. Like, what do you just say that shit
It
so
sounds
casually?
dope, but in reality, bro, it was like I set them up, and then it was like, all right, 2.5 months where I'm just chilling. Like I learned how to swim.
Oh,
Like,
no.
They had like one problem where it's like somebody
Oh,
didn't.
no.
They pressed the wrong button. I came in, I was like, oh, your audio ain't working.
Do you get paid more for going to fix the problem, or like cause basically you're troubleshooting, right?
Yeah. So the thing with it was I was always on call.
Okay.
So I would go in there, like I'm saying, like I would go in. It would be really stressful those first 2 weeks. That's everyone coming in and adjusting stuff. Oh, you need this, that, and then afterwards it would be whenever there's a call. It's always stressful because the thing is, regardless of my position, it's a $100 to $300 million movie. If there's a problem, there's a problem because the editors are going straight to the directors and X, Y, and Z. So the position I was in was just it needs to be fixed. Like I'm the person. I love security. I don't like you guys at the same time. So
Get
my
out.
thing is, I would have to. My thing is, I would have to go to the sets and whatever. I don't have a badge or nothing, and it would be like, oh yeah, well you're not on the list. We can't let you. I'm like, put my car in park. I'm like, because in the film industry or at least the movie industry, no's not an answer. You got to fix this.
Yeah, you're damn sure right.
Like you are not. I'm sorry, whoever you are not better than $300 million that's being spent on this.
Yeah, you gotta get the fuck
It's
out
a
of my
problem.
way.
So my thing is sometimes security will I put it in part. I send an email out. I'm like, hey, I can't get in. Next thing I know, like, oh, we're so sorry. We didn't know who you were. I'm like, bro, let me in the gate, bro.
Just-
I don't even want to be here.
oh my
Like that's how you know someone's in the film industry for real. Because it'd be like, Do I look like I'm over here doing this? Like I just got out the bus.
Do I look happy?
Do I look happy? I belong here.
He said I'm stressed.
I'm happy now that I've switched into it. But so with that gig, so to answer your question, I was always on call. But and then if I did after like 6 or something, I could get overtime. But it's still, that job was super stressful. Like I was dealing with 3 or 4 movies at the same time, and they could call me at any moment. So my thing was, it was kind of like a deal with the devil, where it's like, there's times I didn't have to listen to somebody for like, I didn't have to do anything for like 3 months because everything's fine, everything's running smooth. In that time, I'm able to freelance, do what I need to do. However, like they can call me at any time. Like so with that job, say like right now, we're in the middle of this thing, I'm booked, I'm cool. If Black Panther 2 has a problem, I have to leave whatever I'm doing. There's been times I was in like North Carolina, I asked for the time off, and it's like, no, they're rapping now, only you can do this. So I had to drive back from a vacation and then drive back. Oh, we're making drinks. So anyway,
Yeah,
it's like a gift and a curse, bro. To be on call all the time is very stressful. You know, but what I learned from that job is just certain things that, like, how editorial works. They don't use Premiere, Final Cut, DaVinci, all those things that y'all, they use Avid Media Composer. Nobody, just that little bit of knowledge is like, you will not edit a movie with Premiere. The only movie that kind of did that was Deadpool, because the director liked it. And that being said, they legit had an Adobe, engineer coding new versions. Like, they were running into a problem, and there'd be like he's a nerd. They'd have a nerd in there. He's like, oh, shh. So they were working on a version of Premiere that does not exist. Because in the movies, they have this hard drive. It's called a Nexus. And all the editors, like, there's multiple people working on this at the same time. So there's 5 people working on the same movie. And they have, like, these bins. So they're like, yeah, I'm going to make a drink.
No. I want you to continue, though.
Oh, God.
Continue, please.
Because I said who going for the shots, not it.
I'm about to just... All right, anyway. I'm the guest, dog.
Fuck you. You ain't no guest, nigga.
I'm gonna start with a shot, and then I'm gonna...
Shit, you better pour all sides, not just your side.
That's what he's saying. Short glass.
Be warned, if you come on this podcast, they're gonna make you pour the shots. Here you go. I'm a professional. I don't need no shot glass.
Okay.
I do this.
No, hell no. No. That's not. No. That's not what we're doing. I'm not allowing you to pour a shot in your mouth on camera. That's.
What you mean on your, bro? You just lift it up and do
No.
it.
I don't want.
So
you,
anyway, guys,
I do not want you to drive the boat.
Let the stallion drive the boat, man.
While we're talking about this, the reason why I'm so good at drinking is when I was in college, I used to film all the club videos and whatnot. So you learn how to drink. Okay, I was with the crew.
Hey man, you do a lot of drinking in college. All right, let's go. A few you ain't got no words. You normally
shit. Fuck it. To making more money than next year. That's always a good one. Than last year.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. There it is.
Let's pour up another one. Everybody, I'm gonna show you a good little formula for you if you're trying to drink.
Your boy finna be slumped.
There you go. No, I'm not. So, you hit it with that, and then you hit it with that much with juice. No matter what, it's gonna be good. Unless you got some cheap alcohol. Don't be drinking nothing with a plastic bottle. Wondering why you sick the next day.
Oh shit! Not the
They're
plastic.
like, oh
bottle.
yeah, we got a bottle. It'd be huge. It'd be like, but it'd be plastic.
Yeah, I got a bottle of Toro. Bitch, you paid $9.99 for half a gallon.
That's how you rent a car, bro.
Right, some goddamn taco. Y'all crazy.
Okay. You've never had Toro though?
I hope not. Was that in the Hunch Punch?
No,
Is that like the Everclear thing?
I don't know. Everclear, I stay away from. I know that's like Red Signs.
You know it's a problem when they put it in the tub.
Red Signs, nigga. Did you make a mixed drink, nigga?
Yeah. I gave everyone a formula.
I'm sorry. First of all, y'all have to understand our dynamic here. We have a weird friendship, Brandon and I. You know.
So we're friends.
In a weird kind of way, yeah. He's amongst the crew.
I got a friend.
Oh my God.
I'm not a monster.
Thank you for being a friend.
This be the shit that make you be like, nah, he's out. He's out. He's definitely out. But anyways, going back to your
right, because fuck that. We were on the tower that the nerd was building. You said the nerd was building
a
program.
Let me just explain the way that editorial movies work, because that's something people don't understand. So there's one server that's got all the footage on it, and then that goes to, usually there's an editor, a first assist, a second assist, and maybe a PA, right? All those people have different jobs. The second and first assist, like all this footage, because they're doing this every day. All the footage that comes in, called dailies, that comes in, someone has to organize that. They got to bring the footage in. They got to put the extra descriptions in it. They have to group, you know, when you have multi-cams, you grouping all that up. So that way, everything is good. So when the editor comes in, all he has to do is go in there. Like, imagine you coming home and, like, all your stuff is already synced up.
Man, what? That shit sound glorious.
Yeah.
That shit sound glorious. Like,
You know, so doing that every day. So there's an assembly part to it. And what I've also found through my previous job, because I've set up a bunch of shows, so I know lots of editors. Some assistant editors don't necessarily know how to edit because they're, for the most part, doing an assembly job. And some of those people were PAs that kind of fell into editorial after the fact.
okay.
So, like, I think a lot of freelancers who are, like, doing music videos, doing short films and stuff, you guys already have a leg up because you have that creative part of it. And, like, right now, I think what am I trying to get at with this? I'm just saying, like a lot of us creatives, like, you look at the movie people and the people that are in it, and you'll realize that, oh, some of these people don't know how to, like, put a story together. Because their whole job has kind of always been to move boxes and, like, organize stuff, which is perfectly fine. It's super important. Same thing with, like, PAs. People don't understand, like, getting lunch and being competent, that's a big deal, bro.
Why?
Hmm?
Why?
What?
Why is it a big deal?
Let me put it this way. If we're filming and we're working all day and we're tired and we allocate somebody to, like, go get lunch, and then they just, like, they get it late, they're screwing everybody up. I'm saying, like, from the top to the bottom, everyone's role is important.
Yeah, because it'd be long days on set, and on top of, if you ain't noticed, like, they already had, like, a union strike and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be long days on set.
Oh, yeah.
And the last straw be like, nigga, I need just ask for some chicken.
Exactly.
Moved it to the other side.
That aside, so the Blue Beetle was my first actual official project editorial, and it was really chill. But I've seen other editorials, they be working like 14, 15 hours, so it matters. Like, same thing, like, you know, like when pulling up to a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
As weird as this sounds, it's very hard to find somebody who you can literally just say, hey, could you get the lights out the car and bring them in and unpack them? Common sense is not common, bro. It is so hard. Like, that's a big help. Like, when you, like, running around, like, the other day, Sterling helped me out on a music video. Hired up the grip.
Whoop, whoop. My boy finally hired your boy. Yeah, finally.
That's finally something worth you being hired on.
He finally hired you.
So, anyway, it's a big deal to have someone competent where it's like, oh, no, he already knows how to set the lighting. I can kind of just give him a direction because I'm already stressed about the timing, the artist. You know, are we getting these shots on time? The model, is she gonna show up on time? So it's just like having help is I don't know. So I don't.
Yeah.
It
helps, especially in a profession where time is money, to where it really matters how fast you can set this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Break this shit down, move this shit out.
So back to the thing, like getting lunch is like, bro, people will screw that shit up, and it's like, and then you're out the industry. Like, as simple as like, yo, this man only eats vegetables. He asked you to go get a salad. Why didn't you check the bag? So now this man has to wait another hour and a half for you to go get something because they put like chicken in the thing or you forgot their order. Like, bro, like, I don't know. So my point being, everybody's important. So I was talking about the assistants.
Need to join the fucking unions. What it sound like?
Right.
Which right now, if you're trying to join the union, if you can manage to get a job offer, at least with the editors union, they will let you in. All the people in New York, and they will let you in with a job offer. Because prior to this, I was trying to figure it out. My stars just aligned. What was it? I don't personally like the way the union was set up because to get into the union, you need 1,000 hours on the union show. But you can't work on that union show unless you're in the union. So how do you get the 1,000 hours to get into the union? But
You pay the fee.
You gotta know somebody.
Right.
That's how it's kind of been. You gotta know somebody. So there's a lot of talented people. But right now, they're making so much content, and I get that we're going in a recession or whatever people want to call it. That's when we make the most movies. Because during a recession, the movie industry does not stop. Everyone wants to escape reality. What are they doing during COVID? They want to watch TV. So right now, we're literally like $1.
Yeah, that's one thing I told folks. Like during the entire time we've had COVID, not once did you cut your TV on and they didn't have no TV to show you.
Right.
Not once. Entertainment still continued. There were still online concerts. There were still television filming that was going on, movie shows that were going on. It was an intense COVID testing going on production sets. You know what I'm saying? Like it was.
They tried every way.
It keeps going, and that's part of the reason why there was a union strike, because motherfuckers was just like, yo, look, this is enough. But they actually had two strikes because old girl died because the director, because yeah, what's the actor, his name? Alec
Yes.
Baldwin. Yeah, he shot the director by accident, and first thing he did was point to the motherfucker who handed him the gun.
I'm gonna be honest though.
I don't know who's bringing a live gun to set anyway. For
I just got it on the street, so I'm just like, I want to tell. So the situation with that, it ain't on Alec, bro. They supposed to the prop person is supposed to come up, go over this shit thing, do this. What
prop master.
Prop master. What turned out to be what happened with that movie? The prop master
Was it safe?
It's supposed to be clear. It's supposed to be checked well before it get to him.
Qualifications were nuts.
Yeah, I heard.
She was related to somebody.
Yeah, I was about to say it was like the family shit. That yeah.
It was like some. I think it was some actors, some big actors. So it was just like her whole qualifications was she had them.
Yeah.
Right.
That whole situation was, you had someone who never worked on a film. For you, like what I was kind of saying, where there's a lot of talented people that can't get in the film, but you got everybody's brother, sister, cousin, of people getting in.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
That's the corner.
Look, and with that being said, we're going to take a small break, and we're going to be right back with our special guest, Bert from from Sesame Street.
We'll be right back, y'all. We got Brandon in the building.
Hey, man, what's going on, man? This your boy, Few, man. We are now back with You Like My Podcast, my co-host, Sterlo.
Yeah.
And we are here with our special guest, Brandon.
Clown number one.
Yes.
One clown, don't get it twisted,
Look,
Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street.
Nah, man, our player partner. We got Brandon in the building, man.
Facts.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
You all right.
I'm unemployed until I find my next movie, so I was like,
He's a fucking bum. He's a bum right now.
I'm a bum. I got one more paycheck on that hits on Thursday. I better figure something out.
So what is facts?
Facts.
So what is
Music videos.
what does the editorial paycheck look like? Not necessarily yours specifically,
Well,
but
I'm still in. I'm sure plenty of people think that this is actually really nice. I'm still in broke person land. In my mind, it's really nice, but I'm like for other people. So, which I also found out. So because of my last job where I set up so many editors, like think about when a regular person's on a movie, they're on that movie for like 2 or something years. So someone that's been in this industry for like 5 years, they might have worked on like 2 or 3 movies, kind of with the same crew. I've dealt with. Let me put it this way: there were like 10 movies in Atlanta. I was working on 7 of them. And I'm not talking about like the smaller ones. I'm talking about like movies, Warner Brothers, Sony, like Marvel, like all of those. It's funny, those are the ones I stopped at. But anyway.
What's the big names, though?
When it comes to paycheck, just so y'all know, and this is also knowledge that is privilege anyway, the point I was trying to make is I talked to some people recently, and they actually didn't know how much an editor gets paid. So with the union, they have caps, which you can look up. I think with an apprentice, it's like 1.4. With the assistant editor, it's like $2K. And this is weekly.
wait, stop. Okay, don't say 1.4 because I'm thinking million.
I definitely
my
thought
bad,
million.
1,000.
Yeah, okay.
Start thinking nigga
Sorry, my
editing Star Wars.
What's it called 1,000, like 1,400 for an apprentice. Assistant editor is like 2,000. An editor is 3,000. That's like the minimum that they can pay you. That being said, I know editors that are making between 9 to 25K a week on a project.
Wow.
Big
So
money,
like,
man.
I'm talking about a brand new editor that I know. He was working on a film and he let me know how much he was. And this is like a new guy. Like he's worked on plenty of other stuff, but it's like this is his first feature for real. 9.5. That movie went on for like in a year. That's 400 something K, and that went on afterwards. Now he's getting like 15K a thing. And like even with y'all thinking that that's like a lot of money, when you think about it, if a movie has a $105 million budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's like $1 million dedicated to editorial. Between like 4 people, the editor might make like 500 something, and then the other people between that is split between whatever their rates are. So it's kind of like endless. Like you could be the guy who does all the Marvel stuff, and you can make like bank, bank.
It just depends
Right.
on how much of a workload you can handle.
How much
'cause you can
workload
get
you
a
can
lot
handle,
of.
how long you've been established, and also you got to know like this goes with any field, bro. Say your rate. Like stop going for this little amount. There's so much money out there that you need to know better. Because like I said, like the minimum the union will pay you for an editor technically is $3,000. If you don't know better, you're gonna keep going for that. Be like, oh okay, oh maybe $6K. Like there's people making there's somebody making the highest I know is somebody making $35K a week.
Fuck.
Plus hazard pay. Because they were in, and then you gotta realize when you travel, they're paying for your living. You're working all the time, so you can't even spend your bread. They're feeding you, and then if you're smart, you'll do something like what a lot of people do is when they'll give you like, say they give you $3,000 a month to live in Atlanta, right?
Mhm.
Some people gonna go spend the $3,000. A smart editor or anyone who's out there is just like, I might as well go get an Airbnb for $1,000, pocket at $2K. So aside from your regular check, there's so much like, I don't know. It's just thinking. So I mean, it's kind of limitless. I don't know what the cap is, but I'm just.
But
saying,
that's when you get in the union, because freelance, it's not like that. Freelance, you'll.
freelance is like, it is what it is. Like I don't want to be that.
Bro, I got 500.
Yo, here's my argument. Freelance, because I'm sure plenty of people can relate with this. You know, somebody will hit you up for like hey bro, I got $250, and listen, your mom, your girl, everybody around you gonna let you know, be like, oh, that's not your price. You're not yada yada yada. Listen, Linda, look it like.
I'm gonna go make this real fast.
I want to be the argument to be like, listen, they don't understand that you need to take whatever you can, and that's totally doable until you have a different income. Like it's.
Till you're established.
Yeah, till you're established. So what I'm saying is you may be frustrated with a lot of people saying your worth, and that is your worth. But, you know, try to get to a place where you don't need to take those gigs and you can do 500. But at the same time,
tell them
I'm not going to tell somebody, like, if someone hits me up right now and they're like, yo, I got $250, can you come film for an hour? I own all my stuff. That's $250 in my pocket. I might do it. I might not. So I'm just saying, but at the same time, yo, when you get to a certain point where you chill, like maybe you got another job. That's what I like about my other job, where that was always on call.
Got a safety net.
I had bread. Yeah, when you get a safety net, where I got bread, where I'm like, you know what? I'd rather stay at the house. Skip those cheap gigs. Because the thing that I've learned is, you can do a video for $250, and you can do a video for like 1.5K, right? The person that does 1.5K, they're not gonna bother you. They don't care. You might hit them with, hey bro, the venue, we need an extra hour. Oh yeah, whatever, bro. Here we go. The person that's paying $250 or $50, bro, when I tell you they gonna hit you 50 billion times about the stuff, they like, because the thing is, they can't afford the $250. The person paying 1.5K, he could have afforded 3,000 or 4,000. So the person doing $250, he had to save that money up and get it. He's gonna bother you the most. Hey bro, where the VFX at? Hey bro, I'm like, yo, you paid $250. Do you know how much that's when it comes into like, do you know how much my camera is? My, like your gas, all your other stuff. So my thing is like, as soon as you can, with the freelance, yo, skip all them broke people. Because you gotta realize it's not $250. $250 is them saving up for like weeks and weeks. Like, it's literally to the point I could tell somebody, hey bro, I'll do the video for $10. And they'll be like, oh, I don't know, bro. Can you do it for $2? Them type of people, bro, they're just broke. So don't like, and you know, like the whole idea, exposure. Nah, after you get your videos and you got your examples, don't do that. No.
Nigga want a $2 video.
Bro,
Man,
and it don't even be that. You'll be like, yo, it's $10. You'll be like, yo, I got $2 for you. You'll be like, all right, bet. You'll show up the day of, and he's like,
I got
hey,
$1.25.
bro, I ain't got the $2, bro. Tell you what, why don't you pay me $5?
Bro. Fuck with me,
bro. It's exposure. Because let me tell you something. While it does happen sometimes, and there's a thought of, yo, you know what? When this person blows, I'll blow. Let me tell you something. When that person gets a record deal and they get bread, they are no longer a part of the decision making. The studio, Warner, or whoever they are signed to, Columbia, they will be hiring a crew of 30 random people that suck at their job, to be completely honest, and they will be filming it with Reds, Aries, and all types of stuff.
And
you are not a preferred
unfortunately, you're
vendor.
going to be the BTS guy
Barely.
at Max.
Yeah, maybe you'll be the BTS guy.
At Max.
You know what you're going to be?
Because they
You're
probably
going to be
got
the guy
somebody.
that after they done spent $15K on a video, that they hit up for $200 because the label about to let them go. That's when they hit you back up. So don't, yeah. But anyway, like, I understand you have to do, like, smaller gigs, and I'm not going to put it past you because I be having the huge arguments, at least at the time with my girl and stuff. But when you get that safety net, don't do it. Even when you think it's worth it, it's just like, oh, I just want to do something creative. It's fun. It's not. Because they're going to hit you up. They're going to say, oh, but this stuff. VFX is in right now because of Lyrical Lemonade, and he made that little style. But personally, every video does not need visual effects. We don't need to do a thing where I'm shooting, and then there's like a little CGI bullet going in. It's a preset. It's not cool. The reason they do that is because the video is so whack that you need to do all these visual stuff. And we didn't talk about this prior to filming, and that was the style of it. If you're not like if it's not like a druggy artist and it just makes sense, I don't need to add visual effects. I don't need to keep doing stuff. I filmed it right.
Yeah, that's something I normally
It's
agree
annoying.
with. You know, if it's filmed correct,
No,
you don't have
see,
to have
first
all
And then they
the-
like
It
show
just
me other
depends
people's
on-
videos. I'm just
no,
like, bro,
It
what is
depends
this?
on the treatment.
No. So what it is though, it's a style in a video.
Yeah.
Like it's not for you. It's the young nigga style. That's what it is. You are an experienced filmmaker, but all these youngins, that's what they want because that's what
Very
they
true.
see.
But that being said, with the style of it, right?
They don't know. They just don't know.
There's
That
a
it's
style to it.
It's to compensate
There's
for
a
something
style,
else.
but there's also just people copying it.
Facts.
Like that's what I was saying with the. What type of artist are you, bro? Are you a if you're not a Juice WRLD, if you're not like a Lou, if it don't make sense for me to have the sky turning purple and all stuff,
yeah.
and like, bro, that's not. And here's my thing with that: if you want that, you want that, but don't. That's not a skill. Let me put it. That is beneath me.
I get what you're saying.
That's not my style. That's my thing. And if you wanted to do that, then when we were talking about this originally, we should have talked about that.
Gotcha. You drag and
Because
drop
I had somebody who what's it called? We shot a whole video. Video looked hot. Oh, bro, what's the VFX? First of all, bro, don't ask where the VFX is. Also, artists, if you want VFX in your stuff later on, don't ask me where it's at. Say, hey, I like the video. Do you think we can add these components in it? Your video don't automatically come with a whole bunch of dumb effects. If I filmed it right and I lit it right, I don't need all that stuff.
Look, man, I get it. Like you say, it's a young nigga
I'm
thing.
getting heated. I'm getting heated because
it's a young nigga thing. But
these people done pissed me off a while ago. I was just like, listen,
Take
bro.
a shot. Take a
I
shot.
know I ain't pull up with the
Take a
red.
it's a young
And
nigga
y'all-
thing. But it's one thing that bothers me is that
You're not as good as Juice WRLD.
It's that
You're
lut.
not Lyrical Lemonade.
Oh, it's that lut.
That's what he
That
said.
Oh, they want the
Teal and
bro, let me
orange.
put the LUT on there.
The teal and orange.
Can I talk trash real quick?
No.
Yes.
Let me say
Yeah.
something controversial.
No. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Here's the sound bite. Y'all ready for this?
All right, you on your own here.
You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you don't use DaVinci Resolve?" Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why you like DaVinci Resolve. Cause it's free. You know what DaVinci Resolve is for? It's for coloring. As in, you edited somewhere else and you brought it in there to finalize. Pay for Adobe, bro. If you don't make more than $30 a month to pay for a software for what you do, bro, yo, relax. What I do? I pay $30 for Adobe. I do one video, and I use it like once in a month. All right, bro, I'm up like $3K. Yeah, relax. So anyway, with the DaVinci Resolve argument, I just want to let everyone know,
It's because it's free.
bro, it's a tool.
You're a dick.
And y'all are using it because it's free. Hit me up when you paying for the Pro version.
Oh my god.
Ain't none of them got the Pro version. Ain't none of them got the Pro version, bro.
Oh god, you're a dick. Oh my god.
And I ain't hating on Black Magic because I had the original pocket camera. Okay?
Oh
Anyway.
well.
Could we pass the OJ?
The OJ.
I think that's what the cool kids call it.
Look, and with that being said, we gonna take this break, and we gonna be right back with You Like My Podcast.
All right, guys. When we come back, we're going to talk about crypto.
Oh, bye.
This is Brandon LaSure, and I'm on You Like My Podcast, sponsored by no one.
Yo, we are back again. I'm here with my co-host. You Do It Better. We got Brandon in the building. Yes, sir. My guy.
We're getting there.
Yeah, my boy's been drinking. He can't hang.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Listen.
First of all, this
Watch
man
this,
brings
watch this.
this man brings Alka-Seltzer beer to a pool party.
Listen, no. My wife came and
Alka-Seltzer
she like
beer.
that. I don't drink. Nope. I drink rum.
No, you're lying because I saw you the next time when we were out and you had some too.
I had some. Just because I drink it don't mean I associate with it.
What do you mean? You drank it, so you obviously associate with it.
Let me
Yeah,
put it this way,
drinking
bro. When I pull up
seltzers.
into a party and I'm already drunk and I came with my own bottle of Captain Morgan, but you see me grab someone else's Four Loko and drink it, I never bought a Four Loko in my life.
First of all, what are you doing? What are you doing? Them life decisions. Them like why are you pulling up with Captain Morgan and drinking Four Loko? Hey, I pulled up with the steaks. No, but give me that Spam.
Nah, listen, everybody, listen. Pull up with your own bottle to the club, okay? You don't know what they got. You don't know what they... Bring your own bottle. I like Captain Morgan Black. It's great. It's the greatest looking... it's a good rum. You'll wake up the next day feeling good.
Okay. Well, you spoke on your wife being at the pool party. So you're married. What's that like?
Yeah, how does she tolerate you?
Yeah, how? I don't know.
She's an alcoholic, isn't she?
She's not.
No.
She's not. So listen. When you find someone that can tolerate you, wife them up. Because let's be honest, you're annoying. Okay? So if you found somebody who can deal with you positively, stick with them.
You definitely...
She don't enable. She be de-enabling.
Yeah, no, I agree that. You find somebody that can tolerate your ass. Yeah, you might as well tough it out.
Yeah.
Together.
But being married, it's awesome. It's cool. I'd be like, yeah, solidified. Gotcha.
So what's she gonna say now that you're a bum and in between jobs?
Right. How does she look at you?
She already dealt with this at some point.
So does she look at? Does she make you do certain things now that you don't have a job?
Like what?
I don't know.
Clean the house, nigga.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest.
Non-providing ass nigga.
See.
I got one more paycheck on the way before.
One more.
Listen, I got gigs booked. I'm Gucci. I'm gonna have a job in like 2 weeks. I'm just chilling right now. But I'm actually more busy than when I was on a movie.
That's good.
You know what?
Busy's good.
You know what? We've heard this before from people without jobs. Yeah, I got a job in like 2 weeks.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting,
Them 2 weeks gonna come and it's gonna be another 2 weeks.
Goddamn
see,
Tommy.
the problem with me is I got a watch problem. So I like to buy luxury watches.
Can we talk about what's on your arm right now?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Look, that's your camera
ready.
right there.
Camera
You ready?
show it.
All right, which one? The A7 or the 60?
middle one.
The middle
The
one.
middle one. All right,
Yeah, the A7.
technically it's not the middle because whatever.
No, it's the middle one.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
listen.
It's the camera in the middle.
How?
Underrated watch, but the best watch. Screw the brand, screw like all the stuff behind it. Rolex Z Blue Milgauss, okay? Hot watch. Underrated. You know, like when they sleep on something and it's gonna be worth a lot later. Slept on, okay? Only thing like this. It's got the Thunderbolt on it. They originally, Rolex is luxury now, but originally watches were for they were tool watches. They were meant for stuff. So this was meant for scientists when they were next to all their scientific equipment. The magnetic waves will mess it up. So Milgauss is resistant to 1,000 Gauss. Anyway, Milgauss Z
Learned
Blue,
something new.
best watch. I know it's steel. It's hot. I don't care. You know what you gotta get to get a watch that looks like this?
What?
A platinum Rolex. They're the only ones that have like similar dials. Best watch right here. There's somebody laughing out there because they like Milgauss. Listen, it's a Rollie.
It's a Rollie.
It's a Rollie. It's all I need to know. Okay. All right. So what else you got in your collection?
Yeah. What are you?
Are we talking about watches?
Yeah, you on? Yeah, what you got?
I got like 5 Rollies right now. And this is after 2 months. This is like after 2 years of collecting. I got like 5 Rollies. I got a Leica watch. Leica made a watch. The camera people. It's amazing. It's dope. If you want it now, I'm sorry. It is a 2-year wait now. I apologize. They don't just make these on the.
So you're into the rare collection.
No, it's just when you get into luxury items, same thing. I guess there was like a whole thing on Instagram. Same thing with like Birkin or whatever. Thing people don't understand is luxury means it takes time to make. It's not made on a conveyor belt. They can only make so many.
Right.
So I'll be honest, Rolex is actually not all that. Rolex is like number 4. Like they're not in the holy trinity of watches. AP, Vacheron, or Audemars Piguet, Vacheron and Patek, those are the Holy Trinity. Those people, each one of them make between 5,000 to maybe 10,000 watches a year for the entire world. Rolex makes 1 million to 1.5 million watches, right? Think about it this way. The U.S. might get 10 to 20% of those watches. So that's why, like, I don't want to like snitch because it's gonna get way worse. But how the shoe game is, that's how the watch game is. And like a lot of people will talk trash about luxury, but it's a thing where it's like, let's say I pay $7,000 retail for a watch. That watch is worth $15,000 because they can only make so many. It's high in demand. If you go into a Rolex store right now, and you ask for a watch, there's nothing for sale. There's nothing for sale. It's unavailable. There's waiting lists. And I'll be honest, even with those waiting lists, it's not even a waiting list. They're selling to the guy who's spending X, Y, and Z money somewhere else just to get this watch. So to get a $10,000 Rolex, you have to spend $100,000 on a bunch of random stuff you don't want, like jewelry or X, Y, Z they got in the store to maybe get that watch.
Damn.
And the thing is, like, people are looking at bust now. Like, you might know this with rappers and whatever. They rap about factory. Factory means the watch came with the diamonds in there. I didn't bring it to somebody and put diamonds in it.
Bust it down.
Because, like, if I bring this watch to somebody and they bust it down, this watch is only worth as much as those diamonds. It's no longer worth, like, what the watch is. Like, a bust down is not like, ooh, that's cute. If you're going to bust down a watch, get you a nice Cartier Santos, beautiful watch, and bust that down. Don't bust down a Rolex. Like, you're not there yet, bro. Until you can get the diamonds already put in a watch from, like, the actual source, don't do it. So
you're losing money.
Yeah, you losing bread. So
Leaving
anyway,
money on the table.
Circling back with the watches, a lot of watches, I genuinely like them. I think it's I'm a goofy guy, so I think it's funny that the person that's putting all this effort into a timepiece could have legit sent a rocket to the moon, but they're making a timepiece, and it's funny to me. Like, I like the engineering, everything, but it's also just like a that's funny. There's an old guy spending 6 months making this.
Right.
How people talk about Maybachs or whatever. Even like, so I'm not into cars yet, but even with cars, Ferrari, I'm not sure about Lambo, but I'm sure it's Ferrari or G-Wagons. They appreciate in value. You can buy, if you're able to buy a G-Wagon, you can drive that car for 6 months to a year. You putting miles on this. And when you go to sell it, you will break even or you will make more money. They can only make so many, and everyone wants them. So, you know, when luxury stuff, you know, people are like, oh, you're spending all this money. I haven't lost a single dime.
Yeah, it's about how much time was put into it.
But also, buy what you like. Don't just...
Yeah, what other guilty pleasures do you have outside of watches?
I'll be honest, that's about it. So I'm actually a film person. So my guilty pleasure, unfortunately, is my career. So my thing is, I like cameras. I like lenses. I've had everything. That's why I was saying, going back to the original thing, I had Black Magic before everybody else was on Black Magic. I had the original pocket camera. So, you know, when it comes to, I'm glad that I found, because I already have a red camera. I have my lens kit. I have my lights. I have everything like that. So for me, the watch thing is actually pretty cool because there's always a level ahead of it where it's like, oh, you got Rolex? Where there's Patek? Where there's this? So unfortunately, like, aside from my career, which it should be everybody's situation.
It's coming.
It's just like, I like watches, but like I like films and stuff. Like, that's my thing. So I already kind of reached the max or what I need with film stuff. There's nothing for me to buy left in film. So it's just like, watches keep me going. I might get into cars later, but yeah.
Fancy. Yeah. Well, hey, man, we getting ready to get up out of here. Once again, we appreciate you for coming, my man. One more time, tell the people where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Instagram at Sean Lewis. Both of those are spelled weird. SEAN, and then Lewis, LUIS. And then,
or the?
I like the. No, it's pronounced Sean D. Lewis. You know?
Sounds expensive.
Sounds expensive. But it's spelled Sean Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But we getting up out of here. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you say thank you to the big God upstairs, whoever that may be to you. And we out. Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir.